A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today, also a familiar topic. It's all about Election Commission of India. But before we go to the analysis, a question: what is the enrichment? As usual, improve your comprehension skill, vocabulary, grammar consolidation, effective English, not mini mocks. Vocabulary consolidation, yes. When you ask the question, what is this editorial about? This editorial discusses the role of the ECI, Election Commission of India, in maintaining public confidence in the democratic process during the general elections of 2024. It is all about maintaining public confidence and which organization? The Election Commission of India. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial is a critical yet constructive. When you talk about criticism, it is of two types. You should always remember one constructive, the other destructive. Criticism can be positive, can be negative. When it is positive, constructive criticism, you should always welcome constructive criticism. The other one, destructive criticism. To give you guys a simple example, you are talented if you work hard, but you're not working hard. If you work hard, you will get success. This is constructive. If I tell the same to someone, at the same time, someone else may say, you will never get success. That is completely destructive, not acceptable. Here it is critical yet constructive. Not too many words, and many words are quite familiar. Reinforce, strengthen or support, especially with additional personnel or material. The builders used the steel beams to reinforce the structure. Means what? To strengthen the structure. Strengthen, bolster, fortify, support. Of these words, you should remember whatever goes with effective English. Antonyms are weaken, undermine, impair. We have already got all these words many a time. They should be at your fingertips. Penultimate. Ultimate means last. Penultimate, the one before the last. Part of speech adjective. Last but one. Last but one in a series of things. Second last. Usually we don't say second last, we say last but one in a series of things. The penultimate chapter of the book was the most thrilling. The last chapter, the one before that, the penultimate chapter of the book was the most thrilling. Synonyms: second last, next to last, ultimate, last, final. All simple words. Sporadic, we have got many a time, but it is an important word. Usually it goes with reigns, clashes. One sporadic reigns, another sporadic clashes, or sporadic fights. Occurring at irregular intervals or only in a few places. Scattered or isolated. Scattered, an important word. You should also recollect the word dispersed, but it has a different meaning. Disperse means to go in different directions. Let us disperse means let us go in different directions. Scattered means here and there, far away. Scattered or isolated. Subtle difference. The sporadic rain, as I said, it goes with rains. Rain showers made it hard to plan outdoor activities. Obviously, quite natural. Occasional, infrequent, irregular, intermittent. Intermittent also goes with the rains, an important word. Other words are rather easy words. A regular, frequent, constant, steady. Simple words. Apathy, we got this last week, I suppose. Part of speech, noun. Lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. Based on concern, last time also I gave two words. One is callous, the other one stony. And these two are negative words, but there is one positive word. What is it? Stoic. Eastern Oriental cultures, especially Japan and China, they practice Stoicism, Japan especially, as a philosophy. Stoicism means what? Balanced, composed, down to earth, always the same, positive or negative. Voter apathy was high during last election, resulting in low turnout. That's right. Indifference, unconcern, lethargy. Last time also I told lethargy means a very lazy, has a different connotation. And another word you have to, opposite word, industrious. Industrious has nothing to do with industrial. Both are entirely different words. Enthusiasm, interest, passion, concern. Passion means you feel you want to do something. I did upload. Who is this? Nani's family. Don't make statements without knowing properly. I have been uploading PDFs regularly. Which group do you belong to? All the groups I have been uploading religiously. Only Friday's editorial I uploaded on Sunday because of a tight schedule. I think Saturday night. Check before you say something, check thoroughly and then and give the details also. And this is not the platform to talk about PDFs. Here also I have been uploading. Others, please respond. Have you been getting PDFs regularly? Naidu, Durga Rao, please respond. Enthusiasm, interest, passion, concern. Last time also I told you guys, very casual statements are not acceptable. Nani's family. I want Durga Rao, who is a regular student, Naidu Paidi, a regular on the platform, please respond. Interest is the best teacher. Only Friday's PDF I uploaded on Saturday night or Sunday night, I'm not quite sure. Sometimes it gets delayed. You can't expect the PDF immediately. We have our own tight schedules. Weekdays, I do it in the afternoon. Weekend, I may do a little late. I may do on Sunday. You have to wait. You cannot question me. You don't have any right to question. And look at your words. You are not uploading. What is that general statement? When I have been uploading regularly, be careful before you use certain words. Nani's family. Searing, part of speech adjective. Extremely hot or intense. A new word you have to remember. The desert was exposed to searing heat during the day. But generally we use this word in usage. Scorching, blazing, these are simple words. Do remember all the three words. Searing, scorching, blazing. Mild, cool, gentle, soothing. This also goes with words. That guy has not responded so far. Prevailing, existing, you can say simple word. Part of speech adjective. At a particular time, current. Scorching summer. The prevailing winds brought a cold front from the north. Prevailing winds means existing winds. Generally, it goes with situation. Prevailing situation, we also use with plural form also we can use. Condition or conditions. Dominant, current, prevalent, another word form, widespread. A rare, uncommon, isolated, infrequent, simple words. But when it is widespread, imagine corruption. Corruption is widespread. Then there is one important word you have to know. A rampant. We don't use with conditions or situations. We use a word with corruption. A rampant corruption. Important combination. Disclose we have got so many times, I'm sure you all know. Tensions prevailed. No need of the verb. That's a good combination though. Make known. secret, or new information. The company refused to disclose its financial statements, did not want to make it public. Reveal, divulge, make known, unveil. All these words, every time we get, they should be at your fingertips. Conceal, an important word you have to remember. Hide, suppress, withhold. Simple words. Narrative, part of speech, noun. So far, the guy has not responded, making statements and not responding when we question. A spoken or written account of connected events or a story. Narrative means a story generally. The novel's narrative, here it means the connected events was both captivating means interesting, appealing, and thought provoking. I use this quite often. Hide, you can say camouflage, but subtle difference is there, Naidu. Story, account, tale, chronicle. Chronicle, immediately last time also I told. Chronicles, what is the related word? These two form a pair. A different word altogether, null and void. Annul, null and void, that's a different word. And here, related word, you have to recollect archives. Silence, quiet, abstract, disjointed. Vitiate also we have got recently so many times. Spoil or impair the quality or efficiency of something. The scandal served to vitiate the public's trust in the government, obviously. Corrupt, spoil, impair, degrade. Enhance, improve, strengthen, bolster. All familiar words now. Insinuate, we have got for the first time, I suppose, an important word then. Suggest or hint in an indirect or an unpleasant way. Suggest or hint something bad or reprehensible, not directly in an indirect and unpleasant way. Look at the example. He tried to insinuate that his opponent was not trustworthy. He tried to insinuate, means he tried to hint indirectly in an unpleasant way, obviously. His opponent was not trustworthy, not reliable. Imply, suggest, hint, intimate. But of all these words, you can consider these three. Intimate is a neutral word. Declare, state, proclaim. Important word we have got many a time. Announce. Behave, I think we have got for the first time part of speech verb. It is a duty or responsibility for someone to do something. Here you have to recollect the word obligation. It would behove you to check your work for errors before submitting. In a way, it is an obligation to check your work before for errors before submitting your work. Be incumbent upon, be obligatory for, be required of. Better to remember these two. Be obligatory for, be required of. Be unnecessary, be optional, not required. Simple. Integrity, we always talk about national integrity, but that is unity. Here, integrity has a different connotation. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Her integrity is beyond question. She always does what she believes is right. Here, you have to recollect the idiom above board and also man of integrity, man of values, man of principles, man of ethics. We cannot say immortality, in a way related. Huh, exactly. Let us go to the editorial. An easy one, I don't know, of late, actually, there are better topics. I don't know why the Hindu has been touching two topics. One, either the problem in West Asia between Israel and Hamas, or elections. I don't see any other topic in the recent past, only these two topics have been coming. In between, I think we got one topic related to UK elections, but that date was an important topic, the one I brought. Anyhow, sometimes it happens, we have to accept absolute numbers. Absolute means what? Complete. absolute power, complete power. Numbers means complete numbers, disclosing the numbers on the ECI and faith in the process, election process. What is the main idea? The ECI should do, should is used to advise or suggest someone, one function. The other function, possibility chances are less, but here it goes with editorial suggestion or advice. The ECI should do everything to reinforce people's faith, to strengthen people's faith in a democratic process. That means what? Elections. It talks about being transparent, disclosing whatever is required in a way. A total of 58 Lok Sabha seats in 8 states and union territories voted on Saturday. Total of 58 Lok Sabha seats. In how many states? 8 states and union territories on Saturday in the sixth and penultimate phase of the general election. Because total 7 phases, sixth one is what? Penultimate phase. With this, polling has been completed in 28 states and union territories in 486 constituencies. Major chunk is over. Major chunk. I'm sorry. What is the idiom for major chunk? Lion's share. You have to recollect. Voting is also over for 105 assembly constituencies of Odisha. Assembly constituencies simultaneously. The last phase of polling will be on June 1st for the remaining 57 seats. Only 57, and counting of votes will take place on June 4th. We all know this information. Sporadic incidents of violence. As I said, this sporadic goes with clashes, fights, violence, rains. Sporadic incidents of violence were reported, means a past tense passive voice. They reported incidents. Incidents were reported, but you got to know it is passive voice. Sporadic incidents of violence were reported from West Bengal, which also reported the highest polling percentage at 79.47, almost 80%. I think that's a record. In Jammu and Kashmir, the Anantnag Rajouri seat recorded a turnout of 54.30%, an impressive high. There also it seems impressive high. Urban apathy, lack of concern, lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm continued in the 7 seats of Delhi, capital city, which went to the polls with just 57.67% of the electorate turning out to vote. Here, turnout means appear. And you have to recollect show up and turn up. Two phrasal verbs, important ones. And turnout also, but it goes more with a large number of people. These two go with individuals. The searing heat or scorching heat wave prevailing in North India did not help matters. When it is so hot, people don't want to come out. The Election Commission of India released for the first time, before ordinal numbers, we have to use a definite article the. In this general election, the absolute number of votes cast in each constituency for the first 5 phases. Everything has been revealed or disclosed. But here, when you come across the word cast, you have to recollect cost, telecast, broadcast, forecast, hurt. All these have the same forms. Past and past participle forms also same. Cast, cast, cast. Cost, cost, cost. Telecast, telecast, telecast. The ECI came out with the data. Came out means that means to come in public, to make public, to make public. For the first time, the ECI came out with the data. Data again, you have to recollect datum singular, data plural. But data can also be used as a collective noun. Here, plural verb, when used as a collective noun, it takes a singular verb. So don't get confused. Data takes a singular verb, takes a plural verb. The ECI came out with the data a day after the Supreme Court of India refused to direct the Commission to disclose details of Form 17C, which contains this data at the booth level and is handed out to all the polling agents of the candidates. Candidates have polling agents to them. This Form 17C is handed out so that they have a clear picture how many votes have been cast. The ECI has alleged a present perfect tense, active voice, inappropriately. That is the opinion of the editorial. The ECI has alleged inappropriately there to be a pattern of false narratives and mischievous design to vitiate electoral process. That means someone is doing out of mischief or false narratives to weaken, impair. Vitiate means the same thing. Electoral process. It is true that concerns have been raised. Again, you got to be careful. Present perfect tense, passive voice. Immediately you have to recollect arise, arise. Arise is an intransitive verb, irregular verb. Arise, rose, risen. Arise is a transitive verb and a regular verb. Arise, erased, erased. Very important from the exam point of view, they've given many a time. Have been raised, present perfect passive voice, by several actors about the electoral process, and it is possible that a part of it could be due to ignorance or even out of mischief. Many people have pointed out, and the reason could be either ignorance or even out of mischief. But the editorial opines the election commission should have responded in a mature way. A mature and appropriate response expected of the body that is tasked with overseeing the largest democratic exercise on the planet is to provide information to public that remove such concerns. What is, instead of accusing someone, what is expected, a mature and appropriate response would have been providing the data to the public and provide information to the public that remove such concerns. When the data is provided, the apprehensions are removed, the doubts are removed. The Commission opposed the disclosure of Form 17C in the Supreme Court. Initially, I think it opposed. The Commission, here the Election Commission, opposed the disclosure making public the details of Form 17C in the Supreme Court, all the while insinuating at a indirectly hinting something negative, conspiracy to vitiate the electoral process. The reason for not disclosing that particular form, what was the stand taken by the ECI, saying that there's some sort of conspiracy to vitiate, to weaken the electoral process. Conspiracy, a plan to harm or to do something unlawful. Complaints brought to its attention by anyone should be addressed in a manner that behoves a robust democracy. Complaints brought to its attention by anyone should be addressed, should be dealt with in a manner that behoves a robust democracy. That is obligatory, in line with a robust democracy, strong democracy. It is indeed the duty of the ECI to ensure that the electoral process is not vitiated, and the best way to achieve it is to ensure maximum transparency. As I said at the outset, it's all about transparency that is administratively possible. The ECI has done well by publishing the data on the absolute number of voters, and it could proactively look for more measures that could reinforce public faith in the process and in its own integrity. Here, the editor praises, yet constructive. Remember, it praises. It's good that ECI has published the absolute number of voters. At the same time, it could proactively look for more measures. Proactive means taking the initiative and doing something instead of waiting for things to happen and reacting later. That could reinforce, strengthen public faith in the process and in its own integrity. That's all about the editorial. Let us finish up the questions here. Answer these questions quickly. so that you don't have to join the 7:30 session. What was the highest voter turnout percentage reported in the sixth phase of the 2024 general election? But try to answer quickly. The highest, close to 80%, I said. That is 79.4147%. What was one of the main reasons for the lower turnout in Delhi? Delhi, they did not turn out in large numbers. What could be the reason? Urban apathy. 1C already over. Yes, 79.47, close to 80%. And here, urban apathy. Delhi means urban. Apathy, lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm. Answer is B. Which state reported sporadic incidents of violence during the sixth phase of polling? Easy to answer. Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Odisha, West Bengal. West Bengal reported sporadic incidents of violence. What does Form 17C contain? That was a point of contention. Point of contention, you have to recollect bone of contention and also apple of discord. Voter registration details, vote count at the booth level. Answer is what? It is about the voter turnout at the booth level. Answer is a B. Yes. What does the editorial suggest is the best way for the ECI to maintain the integrity of the electoral process? How can ECI maintain integrity? Increase the number of security personnel, ensure maximum transparency that is administratively possible by disclosing details, conduct more frequent press conferences, reduce the number of polling phases. So, what is the answer again? B is the answer. Cause of dispute, exactly, Surendra. That's all for today. Thanks for being with me till the back end of the session. And that guy hasn't responded after saying so many times also, Nani's family. That is the height of not responsible behavior. Saying something and disappearing, not at all acceptable. All of you remember, if you have, because I offer courses, any issue related to courses, mention there, not this platform. This platform is only for the Hindu proficiency in English. Do remember. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.